Why is it projecting on Si no?
So you're dressing this in like the presidential stuff, right? Like right away.
Presidential stuff.
How long do I have to be here? Let's get to the point.
Bye.
I don't give a shit. I want to be here. I want to go home. Some of us are in grad school and are miserable. I also could be working on my Harvard Law application right now.
It really hurts. Sí, pues si necesitas aquí en esta, pásame todos los documentos. Yeah. Here, let me take this because I have a weird feeling, Nadia, that it's the adapter.
Call this meeting to order at 6:09 p.m. Senate Secretary, please proceed to a forum call.
President Loya,
Here.
VPI Miramontes,
Here.
VPE Alvarez, Executive Assistant Navarro, Senator Perez, Senator Strickland, Senator Diaz-Olmos, Senator Rojas, Senator Alvarado,
President.
Senator Boatwright,
Present.
Senator Borrego, Senator Burkhoff,
Present.
Senator Gutierrez, Senator Guerrero, Senator Lechuga, Senator Morales, Senator Mota, Senator Ochoa, Senator Rodriguez, Senator Solis, Senator Zuniga,
Awesome, we did meet forum. We're going to start with the first point of business, under special business, swearing in ceremony. Please have Andres and Astrid stand to the front. While Dr. Polito will take your swearing in ceremony. No, but special business is a yeah, and the
So we're gonna read a statement. Okay, so I, and then your full name,
you gotta raise the right hand.
thank you. Sorry, 2025. Please raise your hand. There you go. All right, so if you can repeat after me. I, your full name,
I, Andres Garcia,
solemnly affirm that I will fulfill,
that I will fulfill,
defend, and further
defend, and further
the goals of the Student Government Association
the goals of the Student Government Association
at the University of Texas at El Paso,
at the University of Texas at El Paso,
as stated in the Constitution.
as stated in the Constitution.
Perfect. Here is your SGA pen. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Ruiz. Could we please proceed to review last week's minutes, please? Senator Burkhoff.
I move
to approve last week's minutes and bar them from grammatical errors. We have a motion on the floor to approve last week's minutes and to bar them from grammatical errors. Senator Boatright? I second. We have a motion and a second to approve last week's minutes and bar them from grammatical errors. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those against say nay. Any abstentions? All right, last Senate session's minutes are approved. All right, could we please proceed to review this week's agenda? Senator Diaz?
Sorry, I was under the impression that my legislative appointments in because they got from last, it was tabled last session.
Yes, it goes tabled from last week though, right?
I remember that they said there was gonna be on the next Senate session after that.
Yes, and then he told me to.
Okay.
And I was like,
Senate Secretary, could you please bullet point under new business, legislative assistant appointment? Yes, Senator Burkhardt, do you have a question?
Oh, I was just saying, we just set a new start, and I'm not prepared to talk about revocation.
Well, it's just because I do have a lot of stuff like lined up and maybe we need to help. That's awesome.
We'll figure it out.
I don't have all the documentation with me.
I don't know, it's
Could you please proceed to continue to review this week's agenda? Senator Diaz?
I want to prepare the budget.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the orders of today. Senator Rodriguez?
I send it.
We have a motion and a second to approve the orders of today. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against say nay. Any abstentions? The agenda is approved. Under new business, which is Senator consensus, this is something actually we're going to table for next week since the senator that would be moving to this position is not present with us today. Moving on to the next point of business, under new business, SML nominations. At this point, I'll be taking nominations. You nominate someone or nominate yourself for SML position for this spring 2025 semester. Senator Alvarado.
I nominate, Moore.
All right. Senator Boatright, do you accept your nomination?
Yes.
Senator Guerrero. Senator Betts, do you accept your nomination? Senator Diaz.
I nominate Senator Gutierrez.
Senator Gutierrez, do you accept your nomination?
Yes.
Senator Rodriguez.
I nominate, Senator Burkholm.
Senator Burkholm, do you accept your nomination? Any other nominations? At this point, we'll go ahead and proceed with the election of the SML next week. So please prepare a speech of no longer than 2 minutes. There will be some time to speak to the Senate with your speech, as well as questioning time, and then we'll proceed with the actual vote of the EMS. With that, we'll go ahead and move on to the next point of business. Under new business, international students representative. At this point, I'll be taking in nominations. You can nominate yourself or someone for the position of international students representative. Senator Burkholm.
I would like to nominate Senator Morales.
Senator Morales, do you accept the nomination? Senator Boatright.
I'd like to nominate Senator Guerrero.
Senator Guerrero, do you accept the nomination? Any other nominations for international students representative? Senator Diaz.
Can you just give some information over the question?
Yeah, so this position was added to our bylaws during the last administration. Towards the end of the last administration, last semester was the first time with this position. The position is very like of that of a collegiate senator, where they have to meet with the students, the international student representative director, the office of international students, and their special project or resolutions need to be tailored to that of the international students. So pretty much they would take up the same responsibilities as senator, except their focus would be specifically on international students. All same rules apply, eligibility, and so forth. Senator Diaz, does that answer your question? Thank you. Senator Burko?
Point of privilege, I just want to give them the name, put on the, put on the minutes.
Go ahead. So those that were not.
Here's her name. If we can put it on the minutes real quick. Alessandra.
Did she go through
the process?
Yeah.
Fully voted?
She's not approved by Senate, but she's voted by Senate. Yeah.
Okay.
She's on the agenda.
Senator
Is that it?
Rodriguez?
I don't need Senator Burko.
Who's this
Senator
for?
Diaz, you accept your nomination?
Patrick. Is that it? The only one?
We can proceed to the next point of business.
I don't know.
Under new business, LA appointment. Alexandra Jimenez. Senator Burko.
Awesome, so, in my LA, interviewed Alessandra last semester. She is a Terry scholar. She wants to be appointed as legislative assistant to Senator Diaz. She was also in her high school, student council as the treasurer. Sorry, I can't read your. In your student council position, what was your title?
Oh, I was the president.
Oh, she's president of your student council. So, yeah, she's very,
Senator Diaz.
She's been to all the Senate meetings since she showed interest in coming. She's a person I can attest to, very dedicated to what she wants to do. She also wants to be an attorney, and I look forward to providing some guidance and mentorship to her and more than she.
Senator Burko, we have Alexandra introduce yourself.
yes, please.
Do I have to stand up? Yes. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Alexandra Jimenez. I started coming to SGA because my friend Alexis was also Terry. One of the main reasons that I decided to come to Utah instead of pursuing other universities was because of the SGA here and how it provides a lot of opportunities for students. So I don't know, I just always found it interesting to be. Nice to meet you.
At this point, is there any questions from the Senate? All right, Alexandra, could we please ask you to step out of the room while we proceed to an open discussion?
Is there gonna be an election?
And at this point, I'm looking for a motion to enter open discussion. Senator Burko.
I move to open discussion for 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
We got a motion on the floor to open discussion for 5 minutes. Senator Diaz. We got a motion and a second to open discussion for 5 minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against say nay. Any abstentions? Our open discussion will be open until 6:26.
She has extensive as well military service. She has a lot of service on food drives at the middle school. I'm assuming that's where she went to school at. She actually put the pounds of food delivered to over 100 people there, which is pretty awesome.
Like I said, this is my first meeting, she has no official position. She's actually even been helping with some stuff, even though she's not.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
And I know that's I think Andres also got the budget as well.
Let me ask her.
Yeah, I did know. So Juan introduced me to the girl, and she was really nice, she was kind of friendly to me. She's telling me about what she wanted to do in the future, her career in SGA. And I decided kind of, it was inspiring to see how dedicated she was to this history.
What's your future?
That's good.
And her goal is to run for Senate.
So ideally, yeah, she does want to become a senator, but again, for over a career goals to be.
Senator Diaz. All right, we have a motion on the floor to close open discussion. Senator Albright, second. All right, we have a motion and a second to end open discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those against say nay. Any abstentions? Open discussion has been closed. At this point, I'm looking for a motion either of Senator Diaz.
That's fine.
I will set one.
We have a motion on the floor to appoint Alejandra Jimenez as legislative assistant. Senator Boatright, a second. All right, we have a motion and a second to appoint Alejandra Jimenez as Senator Diaz-Allen. All those in, actually, this would proceed to a roll call vote. Senate Secretary, please proceed to our first vote of the morning.
Senator Perez,
Yes.
Senators Duran,
Yes. Sorry, could we proceed with the amendment meeting? Yeah. the same
We don't have the code.
we don't have the code because it has Eduardo's account, so we don't have it.
Okay, well, we'll make an exception for today. You can continue, sorry about that.
Senator Diaz-Olmos,
Abstain.
Senator Rojas,
Yes.
Senator Ramirez, Senator Alvarado,
Yes.
Senator Boatright,
Yes.
Senator Borrego,
Yes.
Senator Burkhalter,
Yes.
Senator Gutierrez,
Yes.
Senator Guerrero,
Yes.
Senator Lechuga, Senator Morales, Senator Mota, Senator Ochoa,
Yes.
Senator Rodriguez,
Yes.
Senator Solis,
Yes.
Senator Zuniga,
Yes.
Awesome. Could you please, yes. We'll have Alejandra Jimenez go back to you. With a 2/3 majority vote in the Senate, we hereby appoint Alejandra Jimenez as legislative assistant. Moving on to our next point of business, the executive cabinet reports. President Lloyd, floor is yours.
Well, hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you all had a great winter semester. For the students that are joining us, welcome to SGA. It sounds a little complicated to grasp onto everything that goes on, but you guys will quickly get the grasp of everything. Hope you guys are having a smooth transaction. All the senators are welcoming you all in. Aside from that, just want to start off by talking about the Supreme Court. So I'm gonna have Sark help me out with Supreme Court applications. They're gonna open back up. I think Sark's, work that they've done the past semester shows a lot that they can handle that responsibility and can ask the good questions and during those interviews to go ahead and get it done. So I'll be contacting whoever ends up being chair for Sark to go ahead and help me out. Actually, I'm pretty sure the chair already got appointed, but I'll be contacting them to go ahead and start helping me out with getting Supreme Court, so we could add more people to our team, but have Supreme Court for anything that's possibly needed. Aside from that, the conference room, if you guys haven't been in the office, is finally done. You guys have a more professional meeting space. It seems that you guys are taking full advantage of it. There's still some modifications left to be done, but in the meantime, it's fully practical for you all to use it. Of course, guys, I hate to be saying this, but bring our children, so pick up after yourselves, guys. Drinks, foods, chairs that are in that room should not be leaving. you know who you are. So stuff like that, so just go ahead and take care of that, look after yourselves. But aside from that, I'd like to call for an executive session. If one of you guys can go ahead and make a motion for it.
Senator Bennett. We have a motion on the floor to enter executive session. Senator Burkhoff.
Point of information, what is the executive session?
It's like a closed discussion where the executives can present information.
I second.
We got a motion and a second to enter executive session. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against say nay. Any abstentions? Hereby enter executive session. Can you please turn off our light?
Oh.
Point of order. All right, moving on to our next point of business, and we'll try to get through it fast, because we know this in some time. Under executive deputy reports, Vice President of Internal Affairs, the quote of the week is, "The best way to predict your future is to create it," by Abraham Lincoln. Moving on from that, our next point is goals activity. So this was supposed to be a more hands-on activity. We're going to tone it down to save time, but everyone is going to be asked to stand up, say your name, your position within your name, your major, your position within the SGA, and a goal that you have for this semester. We'll go ahead and start with you, Mr. Senator Fulbright. I started off. Everyone.
Hello, my name is Ryan Fulbright. I'm a political science major, and I'm a sophomore. And one goal I have this semester is to get all A's. I'm a senator at large.
Yeah, just name, major, and then SGA position.
Hello, my name is Miguel Alvarado. What's up?
Major?
I'm a political science major, senior, senator at large. My favorite color is blue.
Your goal.
My goal is to become a better leader.
Hi everyone, my name is Martin Zia. I'm a student at large, my major is psychology. One goal that I have this semester is to just become strong and Hello, my name is Andrew Ochoa. My major is in systems engineering. This is from the church. And I'm also present.
Hi, my name is Valeria Solis. I'm a senior at large. I'm a political science major, and my goal for this semester is to learn how to manage my time.
Oh, good.
Hi, my name is Sophia Borrego. I'm a biological science with a biomedical concentration and a minor in general business, major or whatever. I'm a senator at large, and my goal is to pass this exam I'm studying for.
Hi guys, my name is Juan Diaz. I'm the religious senator for the arts. I am a justice major with minor in reason. And my goal for this semester is to implement the law program with economic development.
We're doing a quick activity. You just want to stand, say your name, your major, your position on SGA, and a goal for this semester.
Hello, my name is Angela Escalante. I'm a philosophy major. I'm a lady for and a goal for this semester would probably be my corporate Hello everyone, my name is America Alvarez. I'm the Vice President of External Affairs, and I am a doctoral candidate. And my goal for this semester is to publish my manuscript with my research project with NASA.
My name is Isai I'm the Vice President of Internal Affairs. The goal for this semester is to manage a better schedule and have office hours and as such, so at this time, better.
Hello everyone, Edward Williams, the president, and. Finance. I just said, so for this year, speaking to the final round of private equity interviews, like I'd say that, that'd be a good.
Hi guys, my name is Leslie Camato. I'm an executive assistant. My major is computer science, and the goal for me this semester is to obtain a 4.0. Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa Fedix. I'm the collegiate senator for the College of Business. My major is in economics with a minor in marketing, and the goal for this semester is to do as many lasting impacts I can before I graduate here next year. Hello, my name is Sabrina. I'm a senator at large for majors in biological sciences and biology concentration. And the goal for this semester would be to take my Hi everyone, my name is Joanna. I'm a political science major and I'm a senator at SGA. Our goal for this semester is to score within the 95th percentile for the
Hello everyone, my name is Andres Garcia. I just got senator at large today, and one of my goals for this semester is to go beyond regionals and one-shot competition.
Hello everyone, my name is Diego Diana. I'm in LA. That's it because my senator graduated, so.
Hey, I just assigned him to somebody else. Yeah.
Patrick didn't magic, so I'm gonna be hopefully working with Miguel, but everyone, I'm a business major, general management is a major, and my name is Miguel, and goal for the semester is just to get all these.
Hello everybody, my name is Esther. I am a senator at large now. I'm majoring in criminal justice with a minor in legal reasoning, and my goal is to save my money.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm a senator at large, criminal justice major, sophomore, and my one goal is to be more engaged with the students here.
My name is Angelica. I'm a senator at large. I'm a senior. My major is social work with a minor in women's studies. My one goal is to be more engaged in the community, especially when it comes to mental health resources.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm a graduate senator in the youth program, and my next goal is I'm hosting a fundraiser in April. I just want to break poverty.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ronald Gillis. I'm a legislative assistant for Senator Borrego. My goal for this next semester is to get good grades and with an SGA to help Senator Borrego. Senator has a very busy schedule this next semester, so I want to be helping hand.
Hi everyone again. I'm Alejandra Jimenez. I am legislative assistant to Senator Diaz, and my goal is the same as Eddie to help him for the
No.
Yeah,
Sarah,
My name is Sarah Mickelson, and I'm a graduate student with the Political Science Department.
What's your goal?
My goal is to get accepted into law school.
My name is is Nadia Martinez. I'm the secretary assistant. I'm majoring in psychology, minoring in criminal justice, and I'm a freshman. My goal is to graduate soon.
For my political science class. My major is Spanish, and a goal I have for this year is to manage my expenses better.
Hi, all. My name is Jovita Simone, and I'm an advisor here for the SGA Co-Advisor. And one of my goals is to finally book my trip to Italy.
Yeah, her dog has an Instagram, and it has a decent follow.
What was that?
SGA logo on it. Help us out.
We can do that.
Outreach.
On Monday, she was invited to take pictures with the tax office, so. And actually, 2 years ago, he was, he also did a photo shoot with the military student success center, so.
Hey, I said.
Monday? Oh. Wait, Dr. Mendes is.
All right, so I'm Menendez, Assistant Professor of Support. My goal is, after 18 years, to get a new vehicle. I still drive a Toyota Tacoma. That's 340,000 miles. My family wants me to get rid of it. I don't want to, but I'm gonna get a new vehicle this semester.
What's the year? What's the year?
The what?
What's the year?
What's the year?
2006 Toyota Tacoma.
Are you keeping it or trading?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
That's only this one.
It's still great.
I don't know.
No, my dad.
Lady keeps giving me like mini lessons and she's driving and I like it.
Alright, we'll try to get through it. I know we used a lot of time earlier, so, I'll just go quick. Retreat updates. So we currently have, we're doing, a lot of it is booked, so we're still struggling to get a new date after, the snow started out here, we know some canceling our trip. But we're working on it. If we can't find the right date, we think we're just doing a top off event, where we just rent out a room like this about this size and top off and stay the whole day there. But yeah, we're still working on that. We'll let you know as soon as we get more details. Just wanted to update you all. I know we've received some questions last week. For my next point, special projects. I'll go ahead and give you next Senate session on the remaining budget for special projects. Where we can start getting this rolled out. Everyone does have to do a special project this semester, regardless if you haven't done it last semester. It's per one semester. So we are expecting everyone to at least co-author in a special project this semester. Now we'll move on to the election code. We are working on the election code in DRC, which means the first reading is coming in soon. So I wanted to give you all a heads up, that way you guys can read it right now. Because if you do have any concerns or questions, it's best for you to do that right now so we can send it to DRC and be prepared for that first reading. So please look over the election code.
Just, I do have a quick question with that. Who's graduating this semester?
Can you all raise your hands?
While he's doing that, can I ask you a question? Regarding the election code, the one with the edits you're gonna send to us, or?
No, review the current, and you can find it in our website. So you can go to UTEP governing documents, and it's there.
Good.
All right, yes, so please look over the election code. We want you to be ready for when we present it to you. That way we can only go over the changes that we did. The next point, to committees. All right, so we've received some requests to change committees. We decided to wait on that until past this week, so if you did request to change, we'll go ahead and send you a message with an update on your change. This week we wanted it just to be voting members in the committee so that you guys can determine if it's time to work for you and for you to elect the chair and co-chair. Now that we have time to that, we will be adding non-voting members. So if you do have an ally that you would like to have be part of one of your committees, please let us know so that we can add them to the chats and let them at meeting times. We will also, we'll meet with the chairs, but we want to make sure that we have the dates and rooms and times in the activities calendar. So just in case you haven't been to our activities calendar, you can find that in our Teams channel under general. You'll see a tab that says activities calendar. That's where you find even the Senate locations. They're already booked, so you can already see where the next session is going to be. And I hope to add events to this and just general meeting times. That way, if you ever have a question of what's happening with SGA, you can just direct yourself to there and be informed.
If you guys could follow a format similar to what Virtual was doing last semester, that was pretty good. Where everyone's putting it all on the teams, where everyone's go out and see when the meeting ends.
And just lastly, make sure to log in. You return that over. I will ask Astrid and Andreas to stay to meet me after the Senate session, so I can show you how to log in. We are required to put in at least 20 hours per month. If you do have any struggles with logging in, you can adjust times right away. If you forgot to clock in, just clock out. I mean, if you forgot to clock out, just clock at a certain time. You can clock out, and then you can adjust the times. Also, if you forgot to clock in, you can just clock in and then clock out real quick and then adjust the time. That way it reflects the amount of time that you put in for SGA work. The only time you're not allowed to clock in, and we will be checking on this, is during SGA Senate Sessions, so during this time. Other than that, I give, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next one of business. Senator Rick, you have a question?
I'll have to let you go, sorry about that. Didn't we just pass one in the last semester?
Yep.
That's what every election.
Yeah, every election, pretty sure election we review it. Any other questions? No. Okay, with that, I yield my time, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next point of business, the executive cabinet reports. Vice President of External Affairs, PPE, Alvarez, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So my first point is something that I'm probably sure everyone is wondering. Apparel order updates. So I submitted the order back in October, and I got a response back with the mock-ups. I think it was December 16 or so, which was right before the holidays, and because YouTube was closed for about 3 weeks, we had the order delayed to that time. But as soon as UTEP opened back, I've been contacting them, following up every week just to make sure that everything is still in order. Right now for your merch, and another reason we had to push the order a little bit later was so that we could include the merch for our new senators as well. I wanted to mention that too. Right now, for that order to be able to be complete, we are currently waiting for an updated invoice, actually. So as soon as we get that invoice, after our current admin services coordinator, for interim Ms. Maggie, once we get that invoice, she'll be able to complete the purchase order so we can pay for the order. And once that's done, I believe shipping takes about 2 weeks or so. So hopefully we'll get them sometime next month. That way you can all still wear your new jackets while it's still cold outside. But Chambers is also kind of chilly, so you can always wear it in there too. For my next point, your professional headshots. So for those of you who still haven't been able to get your headshot, and this includes everyone, just as the senators, secretaries, everyone, if you're still interested in one, or if you want another one. So the career fair is happening next week, and they will have a photo shoot session then and there, walk in. And so this would be Thursday, February 6th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
and Friday, February 7th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at TRCC. If you want the photo to look like the ones most of us have taken already at the Herzog building, they're doing the walk-in session for next month on Tuesday, February 11th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I will also add these dates to the activities calendar for your reference. And I can also send a reminder on GroupMe for you all. And from the next point, I have been part of the Alcohol and Substance Abuse Awareness Week Committee, along with Senator Gutierrez. And there will be a research fair on Tuesday, March 4th, which is the Tuesday right before spring break, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Centennial Plaza. So I've already mentioned this to Outreach Committee, so we will be having a table there. We will be coming up on an activity to do. There will be like a drunk obstacle course and other activities. But if anyone would like to not only participate and volunteer at our tabling, or at our table, I should say, but if you also want to count the tabling or the research fair, you can go ahead and do that as well. And that would also count for your hours, and I will also include this in the activities calendar. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please let me or Senator Gutierrez know. And last but not least, appropriations guidelines. So, given the turnout of last semester with appropriations, the Appropriations Committee decided to make some additions, and those I will present here up on this screen. So if we go to Article 8, Section 1.c, this is the point that mentioned about the goal, or SGA striving to appropriate an average of $150 per student in the academic year. So because that confused a lot of, scroll up, yes, that highlighted portion, thank you. So a lot of bill readers and SGA members were a little bit confused of this, so the committee voted on changing that to instead strive to appropriate a median of $175 per bill member by the end of the current administration. So that went ahead and passed through the committee. And then the next change is on Article 11, Section 4.
Just zoom in the screen. Having trouble back there.
You can scroll down, it'll be highlighted as well. One more, there we go. Okay. So another suggestion that the committee really wanted to add into the guidelines was a time limit. So I went ahead and added that bill readers must present their bill to the committee before they proceed with additional comments, and there will be a 5-minute time limit for comments after the bill is presented. Okay, and so these changes have already been made, they were already voted on by the committee, but something that is also changing is the process and how the reimbursement will go, and that is something that President Loya brought up. So nothing will really change, that's more on the back end. So before, students were given their funds through a third party, and that also delayed the process. So now, so students will still receive their funds after the date of the event or their travel, and after they submit the receipts. But this time, to make it a little bit easier on Amber, to be able to manage those receipts with their bills, we already created a new form just to submit their receipts, just to make it a little bit easier. Individual students will receive their funds directly to their personal account, so via check if they don't have a direct deposit. And student boards, what we want to do is get the money to their MyNumber cost center account. And another thing that may be different from years prior is that whatever amount passes through Senate, that will be the amount that will be given to the student or organization, regardless of how much funds they actually used. So previously, that amount was adjusted depending on changes to the number of students attending a conference or travel, or if less money was used, then the amounts were cut, and that was done outside from our purview. But now, if a student gets 200, they only use 100, they will still get those 200. And so all of those changes I will need to make to the guidelines, but because it's a couple of things, I will be meeting with Amber first so that we can go over those updates as well as make changes to all the instances that mention administrative services coordinator, because currently the Senate secretaries are doing that work, and probably we will just leave it that for the future. So any questions or comments? Does the appropriations committee want to add anything that I have presented?
If you guys are ever curious about how the process works, you're always welcome to come to our meetings. It will be at Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Sitting to whoever. Because the last semester there was some confusion on the process. Familiarize yourself with it.
Senator Baldwin.
Yeah, I just had a quick question. I was wondering what led to changing these, giving them the total amount, whether or not they use it. Like if you give them $1,000 and they only use 500, they get the whole 1,000. Like why did they make that change?
Yeah, so I met with Maggie and we backtracked every bill for the past 3 years. There had only been one that they did use the full amount, and it was by $64, if I remember correctly. So they've always used all the money, and now when we do the process, like we can do it a lot more faster, so that when it gets in.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's efficiency.
Okay, well, if that is everything, then I yield my time. Thank you.
Thank you, VP Alvarez. Moving on to our next point of business. Under special projects, UTEP emergency stations. Senator Mota.
Okay, hello everyone. I'll put it up. This is something that I want to start as my special project, and then Edgar went ahead and helped me out on it. We met with some faculty last semester, so we just kind of wanted to give you guys awareness about what it is we're working on. It's a little presentation that we presented to them.
So I had this idea, and then Brenda also had it, so I'm like, oh, I'll just include her in the meetings. So we met with Andrea Cortinas, Chief Walsh, Vice President of Student Affairs, Dina Aguilar, and Dr. To talk about like the emergency stations. Do you guys know what they are? Really?
Yes, I
So, Lydia, what are they?
Poles that are around campus.
What do they do?
Educate your folks, it's a police, huh? If you feel unsafe.
Do you guys know where they are? Do you guys know how many there are? Exactly.
I'm not gonna tell us.
Let's go on. Before we do, just the team, well, I'm Edgar. I mean, when we presented to administration, we treated it almost like a pitch deck. So like this was the team. Well, hello, I'm Edgar, she's Brenda, we just skip past that. So I guess the objective that we had really was enhancing student awareness and the utilization of the UTEP's emergency light stations to improve campus safety and support academic success. But we quickly realized when we met with them, thankfully, in the past, 10 years?
10 years.
The stations have only been used 3 times, which is good because it's a service that you realistically don't want people using. So that was good.
I believe it was 4, and one of them was like an accident. It wasn't even like intentional.
Yeah, so of course, like people kind of know what they are, but if you look them up online, on the UTEP interactive map, they don't appear. If you go on to the next slide.
So the significance why we want to do this, because we want students, we care about their well-being, obviously, and it has impact on the academic success. Our initiative is we want to increase the visibility and the understanding of the safety resources that are offered to the students. And yeah, we want to make sure that the location is known to the students because those resources are offered, but as like most of us know, we don't know where they are. So we want to make that aware to students.
So, for example, if we look at, everyone calls it by a different name. So, for example, DO Students has labeled as emergency phones, and it gives a brief description, but as you can see, there is nothing about the location. So that was a great point, where how do we go about adding these? And with that, what a better place than the YouTube interactive map, right? So they directed us to actually market communication, and they said they would take care of actually going through and checking how to actually go ahead and add it. So right now, I mean, you guys will probably know about this, right? The YouTube interactive map. So we wanted to make it quick and accessible. So like if you just type emergency, it appears, and that's where we pitched a lot of ideas with them. Where like when you type emergency, it just allow you to call 911 like they're on the spot. So that was pretty nice. But then we realized there's a lot of things missing in the YouTube interactive map. So one of the small things is like the food pantry. Like that one's going to be added pretty soon. But that's like off topic. Continuing on, like you can see absolutely nothing. And then if you look through the Minus report as well, they're also not located there. Like there's no actual proper list as to where they are across campus. And funny enough, UTEP PD also didn't know where they all were. So it was nice to see that. So if you go on to the next slide, that's where you like realize that, hey, if staff's not even aware, students are less about it, and then on top, they're not looking on YouTube's interactive map.
So the phones are, a good thing is they are tested. They're tested monthly. They said they were tested monthly, so they are tested. They are functioning right now, but the thing is we don't know where they are. So that's what our main goal is, to make those known.
So this is our pitch deck for STEM. So what we needed from them was, of course, the location and the amount, and then formal terminology, because, for example, DO students had them as emergency stations, and then if you look up emergency call boxes, that's how you get to the website. And then there's just called emergency phones. So having that consistent terminology across campus. And then on top of that, we met with them to just see what other resources that we thought they could talk. They gave us some insight into like what's in the works for UTEP PD. One thing that they're looking at, so the technology still hasn't arrived yet, is when you make a call, that it tracks your latitude and longitude on your phone, so they'll know where you are. In case of an emergency, El Paso, you guys know, it's pretty far behind on a lot of things, so it hasn't quite arrived to us yet. But then, like, it was what we were gonna do. So of course, taking our expertise and guidance and how to bring more light to the resource, and then it's our initiative to increase the use of student resource. But then we realized hey, we want to increase the use, but in a safe manner. More on the testing side, but that's when they test them as well. And then, of course, working with the new student orientation team. But it was pretty clear that
they're not really.
It wasn't worth putting all the effort into doing that. Conclusion.
I just have one thing. Is there a way to like coordinate like a drill with the PD, but not the entire PD? Maybe just like the director, to see if you said that they don't even know where they're at. Maybe one day we talk to the coordinating director, we go push one of the buttons and see what happens. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because if they don't know where it's at, that's scary. Yeah. You know.
Okay, I should probably give some context. The reason they're not used as much is because the majority of the calls are done through just calling 911. I think that's a big part of context that was missing. Where it's like, if stuff, people just tend to use their cell phones now. In comparison to when they were installed 12 years ago? So that's a long time ago.
We'll go BPE.
I just wanted to mention that the ADA Advisory Committee, one of their main working points this past year has been to update the digital campus map to include also family restrooms and the emergency stations actually too. But I'm not sure about other resources like the food pantry. but anything that you all have suggestions for, I can go ahead and pass that on, because I am currently a representative along with Eduardo.
Senator Ochoa.
I have a quick question. I heard NSO, and yes, who did you contact?
No one, because there was no reason. Like, once we realized it's a very brief subject to go. This is when we pitched it to
Yeah, we thought that there was like a lot of phone calls, but now we're like, yeah, we only had 4 like in the past. Oh.
Senator Rodriguez.
Yeah, I do have a question. Obviously, use available resources, so welfare, I think would be another thing too, that Sophia and, Senator Borrego and Senator Burkhoff, welfare, like do a video of like, hey, a reel or whatever they call it nowadays. Outreach, to do a video,
Yeah, they did send us the locations, and now that all student affairs is remodeling the websites, that's something that's actually gonna be added, the locations of the police station. But yeah, that's definitely something we could do.
but great job.
Any other questions from the Senate? Senator Burkhoff.
It's actually for Senator Estrie. How, since you work in the NSO office, how easy would it be to actually get a hold of somebody that they couldn't, and implement this into showing this in the orientations?
So it's super easy. You just contact the coordinator. There's 3 different coordinators. One of them is gonna talk to the director. And yeah, you can add it to the manual that we use to train the orientation leaders. And yeah, that's how like we share the information. I know that we do campus tours all the time. Every single day there's a campus tour. So we walk through the polls. I've had questions about the polls, and I tell them how it's the same campus. So, people are interested, so.
Senator Garcia.
Do you guys believe that there's like a sufficient amount of these boxes around campus, or would there maybe like need to be more boxes?
Yes.
No, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Yeah, once they give us the list, there was like, what, 17?
Yeah, we're counting them. I don't know the exact number, but there's plenty. Especially on the parking lots too, they have them around there too. Through like the green remote sections, there are plenty. And they are like strategically placed too.
I do want to make a point, like the orientation office, I do, like, we already always have this, like, parking transportation presentations, and they do talk about it. It's, sometimes during the tours, it's a little bit complicated just to talk about the polls, and even it doesn't come up to questions even until they ask it, or ask us, or we just see one, depending on the route we're taking. So I think that would be like a good idea if we talk more about it with parking and transportation, and also there's police or security over here. They do also have presentations on NSO, so they don't really touch that subject much. They just mention it, but if they could mention that instead of whole tone of presentations with parking, for sure it would be easier since students don't really pay that much attention to parking, transportation, presentations.
Thank you. Any other questions from the Senate? Moving on to our next point of business. Under special projects, use of food pantry, President Williams.
Yeah, all right. Just to bounce a little bit back on the previous project, guys, a lot of times when you're working with administration, if you could give them an actual slide deck that conveys what you're trying to do, it's a lot easier when you're in those meetings for them to grasp what you're trying to do. So that's just my little suggestion for you all, my 2 cents, is that when you are in those discussions, get a presentation. That way you can go ahead and reference things that you need to do, and it makes their time feel a little bit more valuable in comparison, making you feel like it's just a conversation. But moving on to the next point, over the winter break, have been working a little bit more on the food pantry in terms of what we can go ahead and do. I know Dr. Mendez has been a big part of all those conversations. I learned a little bit of coding over the break, so I figured out how to like move some websites around to renovate the food pantry website. So I guess has to be through my computer. Yeah, hold on. Let me know. Do it again. We'll do it. Here, let me show you all. some of the changes that were made. I want to get your guys' opinions on it because I think that while I think something could look good, you guys will have a very different opinion into something. So let me look for it. Special projects, test. So this, all of the Division of Student Affairs are renovating the websites. Dr. McCory ended up moving the food pantry to the one that's going to be renovated first. So we're getting renovated before like Dean of Students. Unfortunately, the method to measure how to renovate websites was based on views. The SGA website is the third lowest viewed website during Division of Student Affairs. So we won't get renovated until easily June, July. So we have a good amount of time to go, but the food pantry was one that they were going to go ahead and start renovating. So I want to show you all like a rough draft of it to get your guys' opinion. So here would be a picture of either like students helping out at the mobile food pantry or something like that. Then from there would be an about us. So at the food pantry, and then from there we'd have a UTEP food pantry volunteer in that picture, something cinematic. You guys like can grasp the image. Then from there, some infographics. I don't know what makes the most sense for infographics. And then this is where I started lacking in terms of the coding. I couldn't figure out how to get the video to be down properly, but it says it would be here like a student testimony. So like something about a student that was positively impacted. And then of course, lastly, a thank you to our partners and donors because as many of you all know, the food pantry is donation based. So we do have a lot of partners that we work with and donations that we get from other firms and companies. So then from there, we have the Get Involved. In the Get Involved, it'd be a video of the mobile like food pantry in action, which we plan to do one Monday sometime this semester, get with marketing communication and do all of that. And then it says mobile food pantry Mondays. And then of course, join us every Monday as we bring food directly to students. And then of course, from here, it gives you the option. Thanks to JP and some work from the Center for Community Engagement, we finally got the mobile food pantry to be on the queue. So that's the main official platform that all UTEP students are supposed to be using for registering community service hours. So from here, of course, you're registering. I should probably let you all know that we will be doing one Monday. I don't know which one just yet, but we will definitely be doing one this semester along with Project Move, but that'll be a fully different story. So, and then from here, you can go ahead and pick like what dates, but going onto the website, that would be, of course, location and schedule. Technology has changed a lot since the last time they renovated the websites in Division of Student Affairs. So with this one, you would click it from your phone and it'd take you directly to the food pantry through Google Maps. And then of course the schedule. And then lastly, it'll be a video on how to access the food pantry. We have drafted some ideas, Dr. Mendes and I, that we think would be good. I guess I'll give you all the first one just because I think it's very old school type of funny, but it'll get the job done. So it would be some sort of student at the dorms, like saying like, oh, like I've already finished paying my tuition. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna eat. And then Pater Pete busts in through the door, right? Like, yeah, bust in, right? With his pickaxe, like pointing and he's dragging, right? And then it moves over to cinematic shot of one of the dorms, any of the dorms, right? And then in that dorm, a bunch of students are walking down with their food pantry bag, and then they're following Pete. And then they cross the street and they recreate the Beatles like walk. You know the album cover, guys, where they're like that. So they recreate that one, and then they go into the pantry, and then they start doing some services. So that's kind of the video that we're going for how to access the food pantries. We're in the middle of seeing like scripts and all of that. If you guys have any ideas, if you guys saw, we're fully open to anything. From there, of course, support us. Donations never hurt anyone. So from there, you have the donate now, or you can look in through the Amazon wish list to see what to go ahead and take. And then from there, the current selection. I built a database in Excel that tracks all the items in the food pantry, and it shows how much there is of every item, so the students can actually see before they go. The vision for this, once it's all set up, is that you as a student kind of have an idea of what you want to go ahead and get, just to save time when you're in the pantry. So there's this. This is embedded through Excel. I'll show you all the process right now, how to do it. Then, of course, frequently answered questions for all of that. And then I want to add another section called like the corner kitchen, where will be some quick recipes that students can go ahead and do. But with that, do you all have any questions, ideas? I think you guys are very creative, some of you all. So just, if you guys have something, let me know.
Going all the way back to views, Is there anything that we can change right now, or is it set for June, July?
Yeah, it's set.
Okay.
You could start clicking a lot of times now.
There's a lot of us, twice a day, set a reminder, just want to go there.
No, yeah.
And secondly, why Centennial Plaza and not the food pantry?
Oh, so this is the rough draft, because there's no pictures of us doing anything there. I guess I'll make it super quick. I'll show you all how like it would work. So this is an in-house document that only the authorized people go ahead and do. So there's this tab here called barcode search. In barcode search, it has every single item that like we received from Miguel's food pantry donation. It has every item documented into the QR code, like what it is, and then the categories, right? I tried to connect it to an API at first that would give you all the nutritional value, but UTEP doesn't have the infrastructure to host a system like that. So let's say, for example, take these sweet peas here. This one still has to be updated, but this can take up to 10 items. So for example, let's say a student grabs 10 cans of peas because he really likes peas, right? The person working now decides whether it's incoming or outgoing. So let's say they're coming in because he's scanning them into the inventory system. So there's that, and then they get documented here. And then this log here should be constantly going. And then from there, you're able to see what specific items are not selling out, or running out a lot faster than others. And you're able to predict realistically, once you have enough information, you're able to predict what is the next thing that's going to be running out. And you're able to do some data validation to, hey, we're running low on this food item. So then you can prioritize it into the items that people should donate. But yeah, any questions? Yes, sir, work on.
Do they have enough staff to support something like this? Because we got like a $30,000 donation with all that food we moved last semester. That's a long list.
Give me one guy and a gun. Oh, wait, hold up. the barcode gun, like the barcode gun. That's all they need, and just boop 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 boop, and they'll be good. So yeah, it's manageable. Everything here could be. This whole system could be taken care of by one person.
And any student can volunteer?
Yeah, any student can volunteer. So.
I missed the beginning, but I think it'd be, and I don't know if you did add it, but I think it'd be beneficial to also include things that are adjacent to the food pantry, so like Mustard Seed Cafe, because that's kind of elusive in a way, like it's kind of happens, but not a lot of people know what it is.
There's also Lemon Ginger, the yellow.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay.
The wags on.
Okay.
That's great. Also, like other food pantries, that are available
Yeah.
flows. A biggest thing too is reach out to other departments like gender women's studies. They offer free food every Wednesday on campus. But what happens is nobody knows, so then the food goes to waste.
And then a link to the queue. I don't know if you already have that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the queue scale.
Okay. Anything else, guys?
Has it been taken into consideration how all the changes that, I think they're great, the changes that you're gonna do on the website, but has it been taken into consideration what's displayed on the phone? Because for the most part, we all have a phone. So that's why we're gonna be constantly looking at the influencers, So how would the display be from the website to the phone? Because I've recently been looking at that same thing for campus visits at ENSO, and we did come across some issues with the display of how you can book a campus visit because everything is out of place, and we have to adjust that because in the laptop it looks good, on the phone it doesn't.
Yeah, I didn't consider that. That's good. That's actually pretty good. Mobile tokenization. Yeah, we'll see. I have no idea in that, but I'll get someone on it. That was good. That was good. Okay. Anything else?
First of all, thanks, Edgar, for sharing that information. I just want to give a shout out to Edgar because he's really worked hard with the food pantry over the last couple of months. I know that when we launched our mobile food pantry, which is every Monday, in front of the Stumble, El Paso's Fighting Hunger, Edgar and John Paul and Miguel, and I forget how many other individuals came out and really supported that, and it's grown. And I think that Edgar taking an interest on that, as working with our marketing team here at Student Affairs, has been very productive. And so we're gonna take these ideas, we have to meet with our marketing team because they're the ones that put it on the website and they make sure that it's accessible via the phone and all that. And so once we get all this taken care of, I think it's just gonna kind of, give it a more user-friendly interface, which is what we want to do, because our end goal, and this is something Edgar and I have been talking a lot about, is to move the food pantry. Because the food pantry right now is located in a very small space at Memorial Gym. And so we are looking to identify bigger space, and we've met with several people that have given us some ideas. And I think this type of work really kind of pushes the message that we really are interested in wanting to do a bigger resource for students. So yeah, so if y'all want to help Edgar or have ideas, bring them to us, because we're really looking to kind of do a 180 on what we have right now with the food pantry. Okay. And just as a reminder, we do have the mobile food pantry every Monday. We have one this coming Monday, 1 to 4. We average about 200 people that show up, and the more people that we get, the more product that they'll bring us. If you know people that need food resources, or you need it yourself, it's open to anybody. We don't ask questions. We're not there to, to decide who we give it to or not. It's UTEP students, faculty, and staff, and even if community members come, we still provide them with food. And they bring a lot of different options. And so if you want to come and get the resources, or you want to help us, I mean, the more the merrier, because we can definitely use it out there at the summer. So thank you all for that.
Thank you, President Lloyd. Moving on to our next point of business. Under announcements, we're going to begin with the outside.
Hello, everyone again. I have a couple of announcements, but first, let's congratulate our birthdays for this month. So a few of these are not here, so I'll start with those who are present at Senate today. So congrats to Senator Rojas. Congrats to Senator Bertha. Congrats to Senator Mota. And then for our senators who are not here, Senator Ramirez and Senator Ortega. Okay, and then for my next announcement, I received an email asking for student volunteers. This was an email sent to probably everyone. You probably saw this, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention. If you're interested in volunteering for the Young Achievers Forum, that is happening next Saturday, February 8th from 7:30 a.m. till 2 p.m. So this is just an event where geared towards 6th graders and their parents and guardians. I do know that you will get a letter certifying that you volunteered for 7 hours, you will get lunch provided, and I believe there may be a stipend available. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So if you're interested, look up that email, or if you can't find it, you can let me know and I'll forward you the registration link. And then lastly, but not least for my announcements, fridge privileges. So as you probably know, there's a lot of things about a fridge from not only last semester, but even the summer. So I will be asking everyone that if you want to continue having your fridge privileges, to please label, with your name. You don't have to add the date, but at least the name, or actually the date of when you put whatever you're holding there. Because starting next month or next week, I will be starting to clean that fridge. So anything that is not labeled, and if I see the expiration date is way beyond the current date, consider it gone. So yes, it's been pet peeve of mine, and I'm going to do it this semester because, oh my goodness. And with that, I'm doing my announcements. Thank you.
Thank you, VP Alvarez. Senator Diaz.
Just real quick, so one of the things that I've put on for myself as a collegiate is to kind of meet with as much of the organizations within the college level as I can. So if you're part of an organization, you can please give me the contact of your chair, just so I can go ahead and contact them, because I want to make sure that one self is doing the job. And if they need any support from my end, that I can bring up to the dean, we can definitely get that done. But yeah, that's pretty much all. Please keep me in the loop if I need.
Moving on to Senator Paul.
Yes, I just had a quick question that I thought of because of the presentation, but I feel like maybe I'm misremembering, or I thought that there was talk of having the mobile food pantry in the intercampus. Is that still happening, or?
What we found out when we initiated the mobile pantry in November was that the items that El Paso is Fighting Hunger is giving the students and the one that goes, they're heavy. So they'll give them, let's say, like a case of I don't know, soups, or a whole 12-pack of the energy drinks.
Right.
And we just thought, there's no way students are gonna carry that in a backpack or have it across campus. So
Yeah.
we just find it easier to stay at the Summit because you can drive your car there. We load it up for you. We have now utility vehicles where we load them up and then you can go. So it's easier that way.
Thank you.
Yeah, Senator Diaz. President Boyd.
Well, I think you all know, Maggie's officially gone. So there will be some changes in terms of how things are done. In the meantime, Amber Rodriguez from New Students, she's the one that's going to be picking up Maggie's responsibilities. However, as well with that, so will advisors and all of us start picking up more of Maggie's responsibilities. So if things are taking a little bit longer, feel free to poke at us, but just so you guys are aware of everything, of the whole situation that's going on.
Senator Diaz. We got a motion on the floor to adjourn by unanimous consent. Any objections? I hereby adjourn this meeting. 7:57.
I'll put it in.